Okay, so in this one, we are going to go over decor. Probably the easiest, most powerful niche that I know about for Pinterest. And I'm going to show you why. You're going to see this quickly, why this is so crazy. But first, what I want to do is start at Pinterest. We're going to keep it simple in this module. What we're going to do, we're going to come to top yearly trends, right? Pinterest trends. And we're going to come down here. Initially, I typed in architecture. And here's a little freebie for the course. If you click on two things, right? So architecture is number one, right? I'm clicking on only architecture now, right? And you can see the search volume is maxed out. But this is a relative max out. This is a relative chart. In other words, this one has the most volume in comparison to the second one. It's like almost double. But then if you ever to combine another one, you're going to see all of those go away. So the relative volume of architecture compared to home decor or any combination of any of these interests, right? It matters a lot. So do your due diligence. You can start to figure out true volumes, right, in comparison to this niche versus that, blah, blah, blah. So let's do it once more. And this is kind of a tangent. I know we're going to talk about home decor here. Let's say garden versus home decor. They seem similar. Home decor has more, I bet you. Flowers is up there. Color is up there. Plant is up there. But home decor seems to have a bit more representation, that is. So what we're going to do, top yearly trends, home decor. What do we have going on here? And you're going to see like bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, these type of things. So when I click into, I'm going to control click here, kitchen and kitchen ideas. So we have small kit. So let's just stop here for a second. This shows you a graph over 1 year, right? We could do 6 months, 3 months, right? But down here, related trends. This is interesting, very, very interesting, because we want to see the relative volume for these things. So I did small kitchen ideas and then white kitchen cabinets, right? Get the relative volume, right? Always anchor it against a big dog. Kitchen ideas is a big dog, right? Same thing over here, just straight up kitchen, small kitchen ideas. This one's less representative of what we want to do because kitchen is one word keyword. Pinterest knows when that specific user types in kitchen what they may be using or what they may be wanting, rather, because their algorithm, most likely has a profile on everyone. So you type in kitchen, it's kind of hard for us as SEOs to backtrack what the heck that means because everyone is different. So kitchen ideas, a little better, 2 keywords. Furthermore, small kitchen ideas, even better, and white kitchen cabinets, right? Down here, we could go, down the rabbit hole. What else? Small kitchen organization. It's probably the least amount, but probably less competition. So for home decor, what I like doing is finding color variance. Color variance blows this out of the water. It's crazy. So what we're going to do, ideogram, and this is it. Give me a natural view of a white cabinet that is luxurious. Do you see it up here? Right? And in almost no time, what's going to happen is we're going to have 4 different variants of these white cabinet kitchen, right? Just like that. So let's look here. I've generated 2 of them so far. Looks nice. Looks nice. Do people like this? Absolutely. Is this what people look for in Pinterest? Yes. So what you do is this is everything you do, right? We could do magic prompt on or off. So the magic prompt means that this one right here, I gave it this prompt, and the AI ideogram actually pushed this one. So it wanted a farmhouse sink, blah, blah, blah. So it made it its own prompt. So maybe let's just try off. Let's just see what off does. Don't give it specifics. Make it very general. And hopefully each of these 4 images remains very general and remains there's a variance in between. But let's just see how it does. Right there. Not a huge variance. So that didn't work as I would have hoped. Let's try this again. There's another way we can go about this. Usually I just like pressing the generate button and letting it do its thing. But if we have problem, we could just come here. Give me 10 generic prompts for a image, a natural image, natural viewpoint image of white cabinets in a luxurious kitchen. And we can rely on ChatGPT to do this. Now, keep in mind, as we are going through here, we are creating images very, very quickly. So far, we have 12. Are we going to use all 12? Probably not. But if we can get them all kind of locked down and quality-wise, right, then we probably would have used all 12. So let's see how ChatGPT does with this. And remember, whenever we use AI, there's always kind of a wild card factor here. All right, let's see. Did we have, that's excellent. Really, really like that. So we did have the magic prompt on. These images are great. Let's come to the next one. For variance sake, right? Perspective view. I don't know what that means, perspective view. I was doing a little bit of research, but I was hoping for a natural view. Does perspective mean natural? We're about to find out. Magic prompt is still on. Let's see here, 99% complete. Very cool. So I guess perspective view kind of through a hallway or like a single snapshot viewpoint. I like it. Isometric view. Oh my goodness. Redo and just give me front views and natural perspectives. So the reason why it was doing all these different perspectives, which is kind of cool for home decor, you know, let's stay here for a second. I said, I want to create a mock-up of a kitchen. I need the viewpoint of person looking at them naturally from different angles. Give me the technical angles usually referred to in CAD or architectural, blah, blah, blah. Plan view, elevation view, section view, isometric. You can learn about these, right? Come to find out, this one, perspective view, is the one we want. So the reason it was giving us variance on views is because of the previous conversation, right? All right, let's try this. Although I really liked what it just did there. I think those are unique, and they look real. Like usually we go with these type of images, but when you start going into a hallway looking in, that's pretty darn cool. So just realize we have different viewpoints we can do. That's nice. All right, let's do another one. So right now we have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've generated 7 times 4. So what is that? 28 different images. And this is the power behind what we're doing here, right? Very cool. So 28 images. I want to go for 40, a little bit more than 40, because we're going to have to probably not use all of them. Maybe I'll just go with it. But we're going to use Post Planner. We're going to use XN Convert. We're going to use ChatGPT. We're going to do a lot right here. That's cool. Pottery and stuff. Very nice. Let's keep rolling with it. What can we do to get ready? So let's get Post Planner up and running. Let's log in here. Okay, so that's pretty much ready. Let's see the next. It's kind of fun creating images, right? The cost of ideogram is so low compared to other tools. It's almost laughable to use anything else at this point, especially for a niche like this. My goodness, unless you need like super high quality, but these are super high quality. Yeah, it's hard to make the argument to use anything else at this point. Ideogram is top dog. That's kind of absolutely hideous, but some people dig on that. Let's go with this. And then we're going to try something else. Let's try, let me think here. We're going to try to do the listicles in our process. So you'll see this in a sec. All right, that's nice. Make it a collage of 4 variants of white cabinets and have text overlay on the whole image in bold black on white background. It says 40 plus white cabinet ideas for the kitchen. Maybe too many words. We can always pare it down. Let's see how it does. So because of the way we're going to post these, you'll see why we're going to just put the text overlay in the mix right now. Let's just see how we do. Very, very good. All of those work for me. I'm pretty stoked on that. I'm very stoked on that. White cabinet ideas, white cabinet ideas. I think it did all the text correct there. All right, let's do a couple more and then we'll get to the work. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, we've only been recording this video for sub 10 minutes, me explaining this to you, but if you get your processes down, you could do 50 in sub 30 minutes. I mean, we're going to do 50 in sub 30 minutes here in a second. Probably 50, maybe a little bit less. So why are we doing it this way? Let's just back up. The reason is we are trying to get variants in one click. Ideogram gives us the benefit of 4 images, right? 4 images out the gate. Boom. We don't want it to give us the same image over and over again for those 4. So we try to, right, make a prompt that is so generic that it has interpretation freedom. It has to. We're forcing it to fill in the blanks, right? We're forcing it to fill in the blanks. All right, let's do this last one. Now, because we took off of the magic prompt just testing, it came up with pretty much the same thing, just a little variance. Not good. We need bigger variants, right? This one's good. These ones are definitely good. This one's good. That one's hideous, but good. That one's good. Now, just as we're doing white cabinets for kitchens, we could do blue cabinets for kitchens. We could do pink. You could do whatever you want. Color variance in home decor makes this crazy, crazy effective, right? We have 15 times 4, so that's 60 download. Yeah, the color variance, don't sleep on that, because what happens is on the homepage of Pinterest, and they email people too, Pinterest knows my color preference. I've noticed this time and time again. They email me like a darker green and, blackish vibe, right? So we just exported all of them. Let's come here, add files, come down here. We'll Control A, open output. We're going to do white cabinets for the kitchen with the hashtag, because the hashtag denotes the number change. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Excellent. Next step, let's just roll with it. This is kind of a one-take module. We're doing pretty good so far. We're going to come to media. We're going to go add new media file. We are going to go to downloads. We have 60 of them. Excellent. We're going to grab them all, and it's going to upload right here, straight to the website. Very, very good. Now, as that uploads, we're going to keep working. Might as well keep working. The best aspects of, there's a reason I'm doing it this way, of white kitchen cabinets. White kitchen cabinets. The reason I'm doing this title like this, the best aspects of it, is because I want the words on this to tell us about why white kitchen cabinets rock. I'm going to change the title of the article to the 40 plus white kitchen cabinet ideas. But I want the content to be specifically just why they are the bomb, right? All right, so we're going to do 1-1. For this, if you were to ask me which one to use for Pinterest, it doesn't matter as much for Pinterest opposed to like true SEO. So I wouldn't sweat it. I would just make sure it's one generation and one word count. AI images, yes, maybe we could do 2. Image style, photo, we could do 3. YouTube, I don't think that costs us anything, but don't quote me on that. Conclusion, no conclusion, italics, bold. Quotes, no. Key takeaways, no. Frequently asked questions, no. Looking good. All right, what we're going to do here is off-grid dreaming, inspirations, boom. So I'm pretty sure that's all we need. This will get us rolling. I'd humanize text down to 5th grade, just make it like stupid simple. All right, run it, right? Run that thing. Now, post planner. What we need to do is create a post. We are definitely rolling through this module. This is great. This is why home decor is so crazy. 60 images potentially here in a second. All right, post planner, what we're going to do, multiple posts for one profile, off-grid dreaming. We are going to download the sample sheet. All right, their sample sheet looks like this. It's kind of a mess, right? Kind of a mess. But what we want to care about is this one right here. This is pin description, right? So this one, pin description. This is the link, the URL. This is the image URL. This is the title. So what we want to do is take all this other stuff and delete it. Boom. Cool. And we want to take that and delete it. So what we need to do now is have ChatGPT, to a degree, drum up the caption, the link, media, and title. So coming over here, give me 60 variants on title for this. 40 plus white kitchen cabinet ideas. Make sure to, I don't know, just vary the word order and add semantically related things. Now, what we should do is go to pin clicks, right? So we'll let this cook. What we should do is come over here to pin clicks, and we should say white kitchen cabinets or something like that. White cabinets. Look at that, with granite, backsplash ideas, all these things. It's so good to have information. White cabinets. Let's just go white cabinets. All right. To be lazy, I would just copy these, right? We could export, and we could say annotated interests. We could grab these. What we're going to do is let this load. We're going to grab all of these, right? What we're going to do with that. So what I've done, and I'll slow up a second. I know I'm zooming. Annotations in Pinterest are basically the native keywords. Pinterest looks at these as keywords. Cabinets for kitchen ideas. That string of keywords, that n-gram, that 4-gram, is what it associates with this post, right? White kitchen, small apartment, and so on and so forth, right? So what we want to do, if ChatGPT has done their thing, is take these keywords and rank them to most relevant to least related to white kitchen cabinets. So what we're going to do, I don't know why it does that little document thing here. We're giving it all the annotations, and it's going to rank them, and we can decide what we want to use, right? Let it do its thing. Interested. Some DIY stuff. All right. So what I want to do is take these, you know, if I was really going after it, I would delete the ones I don't want. But let's just say we take the top 15, right? And let's say create 60 Pinterest descriptions. Use these keywords whenever you can, but focus on the primary keyword of what? White kitchen cabinets or white cabinets. All right, just like that. So we took the top ones that it ranked, right? And whenever you see ChatGPT going and bolding things, you just say redo and no bolding. All right, we don't want it to bold. Now these are small descriptions. Someone has asked me before, why do small descriptions? You don't have to do small descriptions, but for the sake of this video, it's going to be able to output way faster, right? So you could stop it and say, give me 3 sentences per description. And that might be better. It might be able to add in more keywords, right? So what we want to do as that's cooking, we're always doing something as it's cooking. Like you want to be efficient, just always work. You know, kind of stack everything up into a process. All right, right here, boom. We're going to copy all these. What are these? These are the titles. Let's come here. That's done. That's the annotations. All right, the titles right here. Okay, so pin title. Boom, great. Media, so we can work on the content media. This is the URL. Let's come back to where? Let's come back to our website. All of them are uploaded now. Excellent. So what we're going to do is come down to Tools, Export Media URLs, and we're going to say Export here. So this just shows us the URLs for the images that we just uploaded. Really, really cool. Really, really great. Let's go down until we get all of them. Got them. All right. We grabbed 2 extra, which we don't want, but it shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. All right, let's see if this works. All right, that grabbed the ones. We don't want the ones. So what I want to do, I can tell that this one is not something I want. Also, there's probably one more imposter in here. It was because we were using SEOwriting.ai. right? But nonetheless, let's just grab them. Speed is king over here. All right, grab them. The URLs. Scroll up. Start at the same row that this one is. This one right here. URLs should be content, the media. Good. I'm going to use the same image for this one because we're just being lazy right now. But now every title is matched up with a URL. Excellent. So ChatGPT is working on what? It's working on the descriptions, which we'll just port in here in a second. Just come down here, exit. We only need two more things, right? We need the caption, which is the description, and the link. And the link is pretty simple. The link is this. Let's come here. Let's come to posts. And we can work on this now. View. Well, we should edit this. The best aspects of White Kitchen. Timeless, blah, blah, blah. Versatile design. You know, this, that, and another, right? It's talking about why White Kitchens rock, which is cool, right? Look, talking about resale value and all these things. People love White Kitchen cabinets right now. So what we're going to do is come in here. We're going to edit the post. We're going to say 40 plus White Kitchen cabinet ideas. Let's save that. What we also want to do is this. Well, let's just do this first. I'll show you. Get the URL. This is the URL we're working with, White-Kitchen Cabinets. What we're going to do is the link is here, and we're going to paste it and then click and drag down. So there's a little thing, the bottom right here. Do you see it? You can click and drag anything. Did I grab all? Yeah, so up here, they're all right. The slugs are correct. Now, next step, we'll come back to this. We have to do one more thing to this post. But before we do, we need ChatGPT to have given us all of our beautiful descriptions that are varied, right? Not only do we have 60 variant images, we have 60 variant titles and descriptions. Very cool. All right. Now what I'm going to do is check the bottom, make sure it all lines up. Boom, boom, boom. It should be 4 things. Make sure I don't have extra junk. And what I'm going to do is Control S, right? Control S is done. Come to Post Planner, upload spreadsheet. What we're going to do is come here, and this should be it. The sample bulk is the one, right? 61 posts. Well, 61 posts. I don't want 61, so something went wrong because we're going at mega speed. Why is there 61? Let's find out. So coming down, is there anything that we are missing? It looks like the bottom portion is good. So maybe something up the top. Let's come here. Let's just delete, delete, delete. That one looks good. So row 5, I'm going to delete anything in here. Should be good. Let's resave it. Control S. Let's back out of here. Try again. Multiple posts. Upload spreadsheet. Let's try again. 60. Good. So what we did is just delete one of the rows we suspected had something else in it. What I'm going to do here, what am I going to do? Kitchen. This is where it gets tricky. Sometimes Post Planner does a poor job at, if I create a board right now, I'll show you, it might not pick it up. So I'll back out of this. I'll come over to Pinterest. And what I'm going to do is create a board. Saved, plus, board, kitchen ideas, right? Very generic. And then what we're going to do is select a few that it recommends. Save some pins to your new board. That's not what I want. Why is it doing this? That's so weird. Oh, kitchen, right, kitchen. I got it. So what we're going to do, kitchen cabinet ideas, because that just showed me Pinterest thought I was talking about, like, what? Food. We're not talking about food, right? So we just changed the URL slug up here, kitchen cabinet ideas. Much better, right? Much better. Now, hopefully, when we create post over here with Post Planner, upload, it's going to recognize kitchen cabinet ideas, right? If it doesn't, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait. Kitchen island ideas, I don't want that. Homesteading kitchen ideas, I don't want that. But for the sake of this video, right, I'm just going to roll with it. Kitchen Homestead and kitchen ideas. Fine. That's cool. What we're going to do is click upload 60 posts. Let's see what it does. Boom. And we're in. Just like that. We could click on any of them. We could say, well, usually I can click here to view it. There we go. See original. Is that going to work? No. Let's close this. Let's come here. Let's edit the post. And this is what it looks like. 40 plus ideas for white kitchen cabinets. Transform your space with a kitchen remodel, blah, blah, blah. And here's the URL. That's what it's going to look like. Yeah, pretty darn nice. I believe this picture is referring to, let me think here. Maybe it's not. Why is it referring to that? Interesting. So let's close this. View. Let's edit this one. There we go. For some reason, that first one, so always double check your work. That first one I'm going to delete. It was referring to my image from SEO Writing, so I probably omitted an image in my spreadsheet, kind of screwed it up a bit. So always kind of double check. You don't have to go through all of them if you don't want, but make sure it looks good. The image should render here. This is what it should, that's what's going to render on Pinterest when we're done. So double check your work. All of these are posted out. They're done. A few of them are going to post today. Maybe about 12 are going to post today. Edit post right here. 40 beautiful white cabinets for your kitchen. Looking good. Now the last step is we have to optimize our post, right? So when someone actually lands on this thing, we want it to be optimized, and it's not terribly hard. What I want to do, I think, so there's a reason why we're pretty methodical about naming these things in a certain manner. So when I come here and I go to gallery, I'm going to find gallery, right? Come to media library. I'm going to type in white kitchen cabinet, and I should be able to just click on the ones that I like. These two are the featured images, are the ones created by SEO Writing. So in my mind, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. So I know my first row is done. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's keep it rolling. Someone comes to this post. What do they want? They want images to just scroll through on their phone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. All right. Looking good. So I always think, and I've said this before, of images as lily pads, and we're kind of like a frog. We need the lily pads to help us get across the river. You never want to be scrolling on a website and not have some view at media. So right here, boom, media. You see the lily pad? I can jump from here. I can see the next one, boom. Of course, everything renders differently on different screens. I get that. But the idea is more images, the better, in my opinion. I mean, we have an excess of images, so I'm trying to just keep it rolling. Beautiful kitchens. Gallery. The reason I'm doing gallery instead of image on, it's just we have so many of them, right? That's just too much. So what I'm going to do here is just have all these images, and that's pretty intense. If you have ads on your website, you don't want to, bulk it up that much. You need space for your ads to be viewed, right? So that's what one image looks like, but we have so many images. All right, come here, gallery, media. Where does it end? Ends about here. Click a few of them. So to be proper, you probably want about 40 plus, because that's what it says. That's the promise to the viewer. So we're going to just save it here, though, for the sake of this demonstration. 40 plus white kitchen cabinet ideas. Boom. Looks nice. Looks nice. Let's see how it looks on mobile. The galleries really, really come across. They do really well. Looks professional. It's fast. This was, I guess 40, 60 pins within, I don't know, those sub 30 minutes, right? So there you have it. What could we have done better here? We could have taken the ones that we knew to be kind of too closely related. In other words, maybe this one and this one look too close together. Because Pinterest is, an AI model. It can recognize like that one is the same as that one kind of. So what we could have done is come in here and only taken ones that are true variants. Our attempt with home decor is to have a one-click solution for 4 images, right? This is not what we want. We didn't use those, but that is exact opposite of what we want. We want variants like, even that's a bit close. These are nice. They're different, but that's nice variants there, right? Each one has the same sort of tile. This one's a nice variance too. Same feels, same vibes. This one's definite variance across the board. So that's the go with home decor. If you can get it right, I mean, my goodness, if you put a few hours of work into it, you could have scheduled your whole week. Home decor is very, very easy in Pinterest. So much opportunity. If we were to come to Pinterest trends again, if I can find it, right? Remember the color variants, white kitchen, right? Watch this. If I do white kitchen, right? Let's come here. Let's do white kitchen. Right there. Cool. What happens if we do black kitchen? Right? It's still popular. Still pretty darn popular. We know white is uber popular, but black is also popular. If we were to do, I don't know, gray kitchen. Gray has 2 variants. Is it an E or A? I don't know. That one's less. Let's try with the E. So that's less popular. So color variants. Never forget that with home decor. Let the AI cook. Let it do its thing. Let it imagine these things, right? And then you can push all of the variants through GBT using data of annotations from PinClicks. So there you have it. That's home decor in a nutshell. It gets a little bit more complicated when you're doing text overlays, but even that in home decor, fairly easy. If we wanted to, we could say, and look, we should have said this in the beginning. Most things in home decor, as we can see here, do not have text overlay. People just want to save them for inspiration. There's a problem with that. There's a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is people are less prone to click through to your website if it's just an image. Whereas if you have a text overlay, people will know, right? If I click on this, look, it's just an image. Ooh, honey, I like this. That's what they say to their spouse. Look, I like this cabinet, but I don't like this. And they're just showing each other it. Maybe, maybe not. They read this 34 plus best white granite, blah, blah, blah. And they click through. We click through to this website, right? And then they can, go from there. But if you have it in their face, it says 34 best white granite. Here, they know, without a shadow of a doubt that they can click through and see more. So there you have it. Home decor in a nutshell. 40 plus white kitchen cabinet ideas, 40 plus black, gray, whatever. This is what it looks like. Roll with it. You could do, so many things with this. I mean, you could say, let's just go here for a second. A kitchen in a Thanksgiving decor. Luxurious. I don't know. Just roll with it. The magic prompt makes it so that it makes it a better prompt compared to my lazy prompts, right? Let's see what it does. Think of seasons, think of color variants, think of locations in the home, right? Look, nice. It looks nice, right? Not hard. You could say Christmas. And remember, you could also do the my goodness, my mouse isn't working. You could also do the thing where we went to ChatGPT, right? We could say, give me 10 different variants of Christmas descriptions for an AI prompt for a kitchen, right? Let's see what this one does. Christmas, right? People love this stuff. Anything, any variant, you can rock it. Any room in the house, outside, inside, any season, any color. You can go demographics, for boys, for girls, for different age groups. You're into different things like goth or boho. The list goes on, right? So yeah, that is it in a nutshell. What I showed you in this video, you can take to any home decor niche and really rock it.